can be our voice of reason.
Yeah, for sure.
What do you mean, Ahava?
was-
You don't like it when your dada runs around without a shirt?
Daddy, you always ran around without a shirt, even when we were walking the prayer path.
Busted!
That is true. I was driving down to the bottom just like an hour and a half ago, and you were on the up top, and I was like, "Oh, look, there's Rev without his shirt."
He can't
What?
help it.
Even Bible
It's like
To be
this
fair,
Are you
huge.
it's pretty
serious?
hot today.
Oh, is that a dragonfly? Oh.
Did he have his nipples out at Bible study?
Oh yeah, the whole session he was shirtless.
I didn't even realize I was shirtless. I get so hot.
You can't help it that you're hot.
Jax, please put it back on, Uncle. What? My shirt. I'm wearing a shirt right now. It's ladies' night. We gotta give the people what they want.
Is that what the people want, though?
Yeah, I was about to ask the same question.
Look, I mean, when you've got a dad bod like this, you don't keep it away from people.
You got to give the people, what they might want.
What they probably don't want. Honestly, I can't help having a dad bod like this. Yeah, Dirk knows $2 and my shirt comes off.
You had to pay to get it the other night.
We should do 10 instead of 2.
Do you hear
$10.
Megan's advice?
Yeah,
You should do 10 instead of 2. You're right, Megan. He's charging way too little.
Now my kids are now pimping me out. Increasing the price. There's the gobby. Ahava, how much do you think I should charge people if they want me to take my shirt off?
I don't know. Daddy.
What did
Well,
you
maybe
want
it's just-
for your last tooth, Ahava?
What did I lost for my back teeth and my front teeth?
Yes.
200 money. You got me.
200
200
rand.
monies. So what is that? That's like, yeah, that is it's like $12. Yeah,
Well, the question
Jack
is,
says the
is it
rates
probably
vary
lands
depending
in
on the
dollars?
tooth. I love it. Like the terminologies. The rates vary depending on the tooth.
Only when sedation is involved to extract set teeth. Then the rate goes way up.
100% up.
We have to get
Yep.
Ahava and Negi their own lighting setups and stuff, so they join us, and then they're all like fancy pants.
Oh,
Those
Daddy.
like fancy lighting rings and everything. Eh? Like, look, Christy's like looking sharp. The lighting's like, boom.
I got
See that
ring
lip
light.
gloss is glossing. Got a ring light. Lovey, why don't you jump on your chair and start dancing?
I want $2,000.
So someone put, okay, here we go. So someone puts $2,000 If we get a $2,000 tip, Mandy is going to jump on a chair and dance. Man, $2,000.
I'm not taking my top off, though. That's your job.
Hey, we're Silent Bob. What it is, brother? Your B is like, make it clear. No, that was before we got married.
Oh, no.
I'm gonna speak to my sponsors and stuff here. Ballerina. I see Music Guy, but I don't. I can't get him up on stage. So, Ahava, who's on stage at the moment?
Stage.
Yeah. This is called the stage. Yeah.
Megan,
Yeah.
Auntie Christy, Auntie Mavis, and Mom, and you, of course,
Of course.
and me.
Of course.
And you. So, are you going to tell everybody, Ahava, are you going to explain to everybody how the tokenomics of the Citadel token generation event is going to work?
No, Megan can. Megan can.
Megan, it's a what? Okay, Megan, are you going to explain that? Yeah.
Ahava has learned lots of delegation from me.
Well, Megan, are you going to explain the tokenomics of the CTL token generation event?
I don't even know what that is, so I'm just gonna pass it over to my to Malvis. Meow. Meow.
Mommy Meowvis. All right.
Meow, meow, meow.
So Meowvis, are you able to explain the tokenomics of the CTL token generation event? Who did we lose? Ahava
Pass
again.
it over to Pastor.
Yeah, let's go. Pass to Christy. Pass to Christy.
So I haven't learned that part yet, so I'm gonna pass it back to you, Uncle Funk.
Let's see if Mrs. Funk can explain the tokenomics of the CTL token generation event.
For more about the event, please tune in later.
Don't CTL go up, we get generational wealth. Exactly. That's exactly it.
Yes, exactly.
Muhammad Rasel Sheikh says, Mrs. Funk, I feel really very good today. Hello. How are you, Mrs. Funk? Hello. What is your phone number, Mrs. Funk? I would like to send you. I am Kevin Costner.
Do not put words in his mouth. And do not give him an accent that
Thank
might
you.
not be his accent.
Yes,
That was
King
probably
King
his
is in there. There's a little dragonfly flying around here catching mosquitoes. They're so awesome. Do you know a dragonfly can catch a mosquito right out of the air? Oh, there's Daughter Funk.
That's impressive.
Who's phoning? Hello?
Hi, Ahava, you're back.
Yeah. Mama happening.
Go back to life.
Megan, what is that?
I love Marinky.
Dinky dinky doo.
That is a touring. Rinky, Dinky dinky doo. Hey! For a while there, I sounded like one of those old dial-up modems. Okay, so I'm going to give somebody $10 in Arena on today's Arena social thing. And to win the $10, first off, who wants $10?
Everyone.
I would like.
Mama.
Mavis wants to win $10.
Megan
She's not
wants.
commenting over there. Hey, there's Rory. Hello, Rory. Okay, so to win $10 in Arena on today's Funk Show, you have to answer the following question. Hey, there's General Kevin Barefoot. Okay, so Mrs. Funk, what is it like being married to such a sexy man?
It's amazing. The only thing is that I struggle to get him to keep his shirt on so that others can stay away from him.
He's so cute. Ahava, what is it like having such a cool dad?
Fun, but with the tummy thing without a t-shirt. I think Megan doesn't like it too.
You don't like it? What is going on here? Megan, what do you got to say about my... You don't like when I walk around without a t-shirt?
It's funny, but you need to keep the t-shirt on.
I need to keep my t-shirt on. Okay, this is abuse. Christy,
Yes.
do you have any counsel for these wayward children of ours?
No. You don't
The
have anything
father's
nice to say. Don't say anything at all.
Oh, so you're also now coming at me. Well, I've got proof.
My mommy says that Uncle Funk is the apotheosis of manhood and that he has a unique perspective on the complexities of womanhood because he was trapped in a woman's body for a whole 9 months.
Exactly. Yes. Come at me, bro. I'm still gonna take my shirt off.
I mean, I think we all know that.
I must say, it's quite depressing. So you don't like it? So I have to keep my shirt on all day, even if I'm getting hot, everything.
Yeah.
What?
What if he goes swimming?
To have to swim in a
It's
shirt?
fun. Yeah, swim in the shirt.
No, you don't. No.
Megan's more lenient.
Megan, he needs to swim in. No. Then
Is
you
it too early for girls?
Megan, then you can try swimming with a t-shirt on.
I don't know if
No,
this is
the
a
other time
dragonfly or a horsefly.
Oh, goodness.
I
feel
think
like
that
Megan-
thing is a
looks pretty
horsefly.
different.
Eh?
Those two things look pretty different.
Some dragonflies are... Yeah, horsefly will sting you in your religion.
Yeah, it will.
Let's see. Let's see. That's chilling on the screen. Let me
Horseflies are
see.
massive.
See. Okay.
But not as
now
long as a dragonfly.
I'm going to try and light it up here. I can't even zoom in on this thing. It's time for the investigation. Right, so first we'll do this. Hello.
No, wrong button.
All right. Looks very small on the screen. There. Can you see it? No. There. No,
That didn't help.
that doesn't help. Maybe I have to take a photo of that thing.
But there's
Yeah,
no tail.
picture.
It does look tiny there. It looks like a moth.
No, that looks like a dragonfly. Yeah, Rafiki says a fly without wings is called a walk. Look, I mean, I don't know. It's got legs like a dragonfly, but it's rubbing its back legs together like a fly. So
But wait
Maybe
a
we
second.
must-
Do you guys
Yeah.
call a dragonfly something different in South Africa than we do in the States?
no, it's the same thing. Let's just go. Let's consult the Googles. Right. Just going here to GPT. Google wants me to like identify things. Like okay, so like robots and bicycles and stuff. I can't even use my own Google. Google's so dumb lately. Difference between a horsefly and a dragon.
I'm already doing it. I'm faster than you.
A dragon must be a fly.
A horsefly. A biting fly. Body stocky and hairy. Wings one pair, clear or patterned. Eyes large. Can you see its eyes? Behavior aggressive biters. Dragonfly.
Aggressive.
An insect in the order Odonate.
So I'm hoping it's now it's flown somewhere now because I changed the lighting. It was chilling.
Dragonfly has 2 pairs of transparent wings. Did it have 1 pair or 2 pairs of wings?
I think it had 2 pairs. No, where's it gone, man?
Then it's a
That's right.
dragonfly.
Yeah, because you get different. So you get obvious dragonflies, right? That's like got a long
Yeah.
bum, but then you get the. Let's see. No, okay,
The
that's
short
definitely.
bum dragonflies?
Yeah, because I don't want to kill it if it's a horsefly. I definitely want to kill the hell out of that thing.
Listen to
burn in
this.
it.
The
Yeah.
purpose of a horsefly. Females need blood for reproduction.
That's nice.
Okay.
That's like
That's
crazy.
nice.
So it's like
So,
a
That's
vampire.
a horsefly. Yeah, it is like a vampire. So that's a horsefly. It's also a horsefly. Now it's a dragonfly with a long bum, which is obvious.
Yeah.
So I wonder if that thing, because it's got like a long, it's like looks like a potentially a stingy thing at the back, but it's got same kind of. Man, I should have taken a photo. Oh, there it is. I'm gonna try and take a zoomed in photo. Do my
The
iPad.
dragonfly is
That's
also
a big
colorful.
huge fly.
Huh?
Is that a fly? That looks like a fly.
Yeah, that's a fly. But I'm gonna take a photo of the dragoon fly. We're gonna get to the bottom of this today on the Funk Show.
Yes. You got 10 minutes.
11.
Let's see here. Where is it? It's just above the eye of the other fly. Yep. Yeah. See, I don't want to anger it if it's not a. Okay. That's so funny. Want to know whether I should kill it or keep it? Because if it's a dragonfly, you definitely want to keep it. Okay. Let's send it to... So, how's everybody doing?
I mean, the anticipation is crazy.
What's it gonna be? A bloodsucker or an insect chewer?
Yeah, we're all trying to figure out. Okay, I just got to try and not to be dumb. So here, I'm going to upload it on Discord so that the sleuths can join me in trying to figure out what this is. Oh, I hate the fact that you always have to like manage this and try and figure that out, and you know, before you can just add something. See, there it is on the screen. Okay, now I'll be able to share it. Please hold. We're about to get to the bottom of this. General cases. When I was a kid, I found out that flies really do need both wings. I won't go into detail.
We get it,
what's
we
that?
get it.
In your hand.
I got a balloon from Papa.
Ah. Oh, that's cool.
And then I put one on Megan's bed. Let's show
Ooh.
the M.
Very nice.
Like a hava.
There's the M.
Yeah.
Right. So we got to find this thing.
Can you show us the picture of the fly?
I'm working on it. There's like weird things going on here.
I think we will know what fly it is.
Yeah, fly will know what bee it is.
Mm-hmm.
All right, there we go. Are you guys ready? Share.
Yes.
Mavis spoke.
Even when Mavis was laughing, it was quiet. Did you notice that?
Yeah.
Boom.
And that's
There we
not how
go.
Mavis laughs.
So what is
She's
that?
saving her voice for the next one.
I think you need to
That's
kill it.
is that a dragonfly, or is that something? Is
No.
That's
No,
not a
that's
dragon.
a dragonfly. That's not a dragonfly.
what
That
is
doesn't
it?
look like a dragon.
You can't see how many
Megan,
wings
I
it
think-
has.
I think the butt
I
on a
think
dragonfly is fatter,
think it-
isn't it?
I think it has 2 wings, or 3, or 4.
How?
Yeah,
wait,
General
yes,
Kev, I agree
yes.
with him. That
Okay,
that end is pretty sharp looking.
Yeah, it looks like a wasp.
I think when you see it, you just need to kill it.
Just give it a quick spray
Well,
there, lovey.
Do you think he saw us? Well, I'm not
unless-
sure where it is now.
Unless we
The
have
insect appears to be a
people
commonly
that
known
do
as
not agree with the killing of insects viewing the show.
That
Oh.
thing thinks it's a mosquito. That's not a mosquito. If that is a mosquito, we need to pack and move, my love. That thing's huge.
That's what the mosquitoes are like in Alaska. It's our state bird.
Yes, it's a state bird.
Daddy. Daddy.
Check it. General Kirby says, don't approach it from behind, brother. Yes, my lovey.
Yeah, your phone's only 5%.
Oh, really?
Yes.
There's only 5 minutes left, so it's fine. Oh,
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Let me see what's going on here. Are you guys only seeing the top of the thing? Okay, hang on.
Now we're only seeing the bottom.
Yeah, I'm in the
Same.
bottom. Yeah. What? Why?
We don't know.
Okay. It's because of the Google Lens. So the Google Lens, what is the identification of this? Let's see. I share this tab instead. Let's see. I think it's this thing here. It kind of looks like that. South African. Butterflies, bugs, bees, and other small things, right? So what is it? Looks like a horsefly. They bite painfully. I knew it.
Huh?
Scumbag horsefly. Yeah. Have you ever considered it might not want us to know what it is? All right.
But
when
the
that thing
only
sits-
way it
Yeah.
can reproduce is by getting your blood. The female needs your blood for reproduction. Little vampire.
Little scumbag. Little vampire scumbag insect. Okay, well, obviously I have to kill it. So let me show you guys something cool. Okay, so nobody has seen this yet. Nobody. Do you guys? Who wants to see what the we call this the potato version for mobile and browser? Operation Safe Place Defense. Who wants to see what that's going to look like?
Yeah.
I do.
I do.
I do.
Fine. Fine.
Wow.
That's cool, eh? Look at that.
Wow.
Slow down. enemies.
So it's like super duper. It's like Plant vs Zombies. So it's very very simple. Here you just put your turrets down at the bottom here, and the things march towards you, and it's very very uncomplicated. We'll do complicated versions of the game, but we just thought people were asking, can they just have a version of the game where they can sit on the toilet and play? So do you guys like the way it looks?
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
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 And Ring can sit and play it, and you can play it on your computer, and you can play it inside Discord, and on you can play it on Telegram. It's like very light, you know. It's like, see, we've used very light materials. You set up your laptop and surround. Anyway, see, there you go. There's some baddies. Bzzzt. Anyway, the Southern African. Yeah, no, if it's a horsefly, I'm gonna kill the hell out of it. Yes, that thing is nasty. A horsefly is like nasty, nasty.
It is. Those are mean boogers.
Daddy.
Dirk says it's not a horsefly. Could you figure out what it was?
Daddy.
Dirk says it is a dragonfly.
It's a
Yes,
Daddy.
my love.
Now
Yeah.
it's only 3%.
Is it only 3%? That's not very many
Yeah,
percent.
from now.
It's a pupil dragonfly. Let's go and find a pupil dragonfly. All right.
If that's the pupil, where's the student?
Where's the master? That's very funny, Lovey. It's like, if that's the pupil, where's the master? Always two there are, Padawan and master. Oh, excuse me. Could it be a dragon people fly?
It's 8:00.
It is. Are there links?
Yeah, I think so.
I don't see any links.
Yes.
There is on the NGO group.
I don't see. There's only a StreamYard link. I don't see an actual ladies link for tonight. Oh, I see.
Yeah.
There is.
Toodles.
Bye.
So the ladies, everyone's going to go and join there. I'm going to share it for everybody to watch and enjoy. Hello, Taravi. And you guys and gals must have lots of fun. I'll just sit here and stare at my wife. Hello, how are you?
Daddy,
Yes.
now
Yes.
it's only 2%.
Take
So it's
it to
gonna die
daddy
any
to
minute.
charge. Take
Yeah.
it to daddy to
W-
charge.
We're saying goodbye to everybody. So, say bye, everybody. Oh,
Bye, everybody. Bye, 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 bye.
Love you, my
Bye,
wife, Mrs. Funk
everyone.
and Daughter Funk.
Bye.
Was that good, my love? Was it? How do you feel? Was it nice? Did you get a little bit of a charge from?
Are you asking me on live television?
Yeah, live. 'Cause
Daddy,
Laughter is good for the soul.
it really
Daddy,
is. Yes.
now must I get out of it?
Huh?
Press the red button.
I see it. Okay. 3, 2, 1, breathe.
Ah. What does a button do? Oh.
Why were you laughing? And I said bye.
Because you're so cute. Okay, let me put it on charge. And then we're going to share the thing. Yo, it makes the phone hot, eh?
Yeah.
Was that fun?
Yeah, and how many pictures did you show us?
I was showing those dragonflies. Okay, here, I'll put it onto
which
charge.
dragonfly was your-
I think it's a dragonfly. But okay, so I've got to find. I'm going to X.
Daddy.
Did you poop?
No.
Ah,
Where do I see it?
me?
Daddy,
Yeah.
what is that thing at the top over there of your screen and why is it black?
Thing at the top of my screen, and why is it black? This over here with the comments.
No, up. Go up.
This
No.
one, no?
No, just go up with your mouse. Up there with the circle.
Oh, there. I don't know. It's something that you click.
I thought it was this
You sort of
eye from a mosquito.
mosquito. That would be a huge mosquito. What's happening? You want to sit on my lap?
Huggy.
You want to come for a huggy?
Why do you have different works with Mama?
Different?
Works like you're doing a meeting and Mama's doing something.
Oh, we have different jobs.
Yeah, sorry, different job.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what job will I do.
You probably do the same as Mama and Daddy.
Probably I will do the game
we-
job.
Yeah, we do streaming, we make games, and we help people that don't have food and stuff. You'll probably do all that stuff also.
When Mama goes and shopping and I don't need a meat. when I don't need school. I will go with and buy some stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. Go shopping with mama, help people.
Yeah.
I love you, my baby boo.
Me do the thingy.
That was cool, eh?
Yeah.
Let's see here. There we go. Start listening.
Love you.
Love you, my baby. Have fun. Hee hee.
The questions about blockchain too, and we sort of keep updated in the industry on the studio's behalf. I myself, so it's just after Canadian Thanksgiving, so happy Thanksgiving, everybody. If you celebrate Canadian Thanksgiving, I suppose, yeah, the American one isn't, but I think we have a very global audience, so a little bit lost over there. But yeah, happy Tuesday, excited to be here and excited to chat.
All right, Jess, appreciate you being here. I'm more confused than I ever was now. Like, I thought that Thanksgiving was just like once for everyone in the world. But yeah, it makes sense. I was chatting with one of my friends over Canada, Marcello, and he was like, yeah, man, I couldn't make it today because I was celebrating Thanksgiving. And I'm like, oh, now it makes sense. So thanks for clarifying. Happy Thanksgiving for those who celebrate it over Canada. Yeah, people in North America likes to move clocks and change things and dates. So it's all cool. We love them. But yeah, happy Thanksgiving for those that already celebrated. And well, I hope that the rest that hasn't yet will have a wonderful time. You should definitely pin up at the top of our Jumbotron some more information about your game. And by the way, I love meeting with ladies that work on gaming studios because we have just so few of you. So would love to hear more about the game you're building, the gaming studio, and yeah, excited to know a little bit more about your journey. Today we're all talking about Gaming for Good. The ladies that share the panel with you are all coming from the NGO, and they just do such a lovely job. Maybe I'll say a quick hello to you, and then maybe I'll pass it to Warrior Cat to break it once again to the audience, just because she's got such a cool and fast but efficient way to describe the activities of the NGO. But Mavis, how was your weekend? Happy to have you here. How are you doing today?
Sorry, I just had a little bit of a technical difficulty there, but I am here. I hope you can hear me. Hi, everybody. Thank you, Senior Choice. Hi, Jess. Nice to meet you. I had a very good weekend. I had a very good week. Yes. The weather kind of made our plans change that we had over the weekend, but we managed to move them the plans to the next week, and I am doing great. I hope everybody on the space is doing great. Again, it's always an honor to be here, and I am happy to be here. So yeah, thank you.
Thanks to you, maybe for making it. Appreciate you big time. You know, it's like I don't know how you do it. Maybe it's now I understand what my wife is often telling me. Like every time you're speaking, you're always smiling, and I can finally feel it on somebody else, and I just love it. I love the energy. I can always feel your smile behind the microphone. So thanks for bringing such good vibes for everything you do, IRL, with the little ones. Maybe appreciate you big time. Warrior Cat, I'm gonna pick on you as often as it's my custom. So for those that don't know what we are about, I want you to break it down. Like, what's the core mission and vision behind our games, our projects, the Citadel and Operation Safe Place? Like, what really started this movement that is not just gaming, but it's actually gaming for good?
Yeah, thank you, Sir Choice. So if it is your first time and you don't really know much about Operation Safe Place Tower Defense game, so Uncle Funk, who is basically the founder, just has an amazing heart for those in need. You know, he wants to eradicate poverty, and so everybody who's part of the team has that same desire to eradicate poverty in this region and in South Africa and in fact in the world, because you know we want it to be something that grows and develops over time. And so the heart behind the game itself was also to enable people to have fun and be gaming, but at the same time being able to actually change lives. Because not only does 10% go towards the NGO itself, which is to keep girls safe, to keep children safe, to do leadership training and have holiday camps and, you know, feeding schemes and, you know, all sorts of, we help to run schools and help to feed kids all over the community, etc. But also, while people are actually playing the game, they can make money themselves. So it's an amazing way to kind of have fun in gaming while actually being selfless and helping to change your local community and helping to really make a huge social impact. So the heart behind, you know, creating the game was that it would fund change, and it was to create this game that wouldn't be just an ordinary game where, you know, it just brings people a bit of fun, but actually while they're having fun, they could also be changing lives. While they are defeating the bad guys in the game and keeping girls safe in the game, they're actually helping to keep girls safe in real life. And so that is our heart, that is our passion. Everybody who works on the team works tirelessly day in, day out. As I said, feeding, keeping girls safe, keeping kids safe, leadership training, entrepreneurial skills, you know, discipleship, working with them, you know, in all sorts of ways. Our feeding schemes, our clothing schemes. So we help to, you know, in winter we do blanket drives and jackets and, you know, socks and shoes and things. And it's just making sure that needs are met, making sure that we can help those kids break out of the poverty cycle that they have found themselves in, and actually giving them that hope that that is not where they have to be forever. That's not where they have to remain. So that's in a nutshell who we are in the NGO, and also the heart behind, you know, Operation Safe Place. It for Uncle Funk, it was putting his passion to end poverty together with his passion for gaming and developing and his creativity. So best of both worlds.
I love it, Watercat. Appreciate you big time for breaking it down on such an efficient way. Honestly, I don't know how you put it together all like in one short minute or so, but appreciate it big time. All right, since we're talking gaming brigade and Jess is behind a gaming development studio, I'll throw this question to you, Jess, and I'll ask you, like, you know, I also come from a gaming background, like purely gaming, and I was not involved or even around NGOs in the past, right? I've been around helping others through my community, local community, which is like the Muslim community, the masjid, and we do feed others and try to help in meaningful ways as well. But was nothing like as official or as powerful as what these ladies are doing in South Africa. But let's look at it from your pure gaming side. Like when you listen to the words like gaming brigade, like what comes to mind? Like usually it's just like fun and adrenaline, or experiencing a fun game, like great gameplay, a great loop. But for you, Jess, beyond maybe just gaming, but as deep as you can go, what does gaming brigade mean?
Yeah, I think that's a great and very interesting question, right? And I think it's quite broad. There's a lot of aspects. I think there's you know, when you have a rich economy around gaming, whether as a studio or as an infrastructure provider, you know, as a business, you do some good with that money, whether it's through donations or community programs or, you know, oftentimes having funding or creating opportunities for people, in particular kids, to learn how to code through gaming. That's always been a great way. I think gaming has been positive for knowledge, just learning, right, through having fun, instead of forced learning to uh, uh, upskill the next generation. I think that's definitely one. I think there's another angle that I have heard that's more unique, and that's, gaming is narrative and storytelling, and through gaming we can kind of discuss a lot of history. We can teach a lot of history. Uh, we can use that as a tool to learn, to reconcile, to perhaps reduce violence and aggression in the world. I think that's a very unique angle, and that's often, big games, triple A's, um, tend to play that role. And I think we've seen very unique and successful examples, such as Assassin's Creed, where they take history and these historically beautiful places. And yes, it's a game about assassinating people, but it's sort of a unique, uh, backdoor angle into the whole history. And I think that's another interesting way where you game for good. And I think, yeah, perhaps the last one is just making sure games are instilling the right message, good, underlying, uh, kind of like a moral message to society about good and evil, what you should and shouldn't do. Yeah, like keeping girls safe is a very good example of that. Not glorifying certain kinds of violence, um, and kind of when there is violence depicted, it's kind of clear that this is a virtual simulation, and kind of all that. I think that the moral underpinning and kind of this implicit subconscious communication is also very important, and I think a topic that's becoming more, game designers are more aware of that outside of just the physicals and the visuals of the game. So I think, yeah, that's important because gaming is hugely influential, right? So many of us game, and we're subconsciously learning from it, and we better be learning some good values from it.
I love that answer. You're covering all the angles, and it's indeed like one that I love and that I think that the world cannot sleep on anymore is the gamification of education. Like, it's how even companies that are using often, coaches or learning specialists pass information down to their employees, and then they just can't simplify it. Like, we learn faster when we're having fun, when we are engaging with something that is interactive. And there are so many companies worldwide that are now implementing these models. Like, they realize that it was more efficient to just have the people play a game and learn to that gamified experience over just having someone break things down to them in front. So yeah, like, gaming is just full of opportunities and use cases. So definitely you hit the nail on the spot with your take, Jess. Appreciate you big time. You really covered a lot, especially coming from the pure gaming side. So yeah, great having you here. Doors are open. On Thursday, we host a space that is about the Citadel, as I was mentioning earlier. Tuesdays for our NGO ladies to shine light upon what they're doing, which is at the core of our gaming studio. And believe me, our game is so cool. You gotta try it. If you haven't, I will send you the links via DMs for you to check out maybe some trailers and apply for the pre-alpha. It's already on Epic Games. You get your key and then you can try it out. We're blending tower defense with first-person shooter mechanics, and it's just so cool. So our call to action, our war cry is like, we do this for Lucille, for Thera, and we keep every girl safe, right? But believe me, we got pew, 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 plenty in our game, and our tower shoots some cool, rockets and grenades. So yeah, we're all about keeping them girls safe, but we do not tolerate evil. So we protect them from it. And yeah, the experience is just so good. You gotta live it to understand it. And also need to know more about your team. So again, please kindly, you can get to one of the posts, recent posts of your project, or from your timeline, you can tap on it and share it at the top, so I can dive deeper into what you are building, which now I'm very interested. But alrighty, I'm gonna keep passing the microphone around because time is limited, and I just don't want to jabber on my own. I want these ladies to drop as much value as possible. Okay, so I'm gonna pass it to Christy. Christy, why do you think that it's important for businesses and projects to focus on social impact and not just profit?
I think it's important that businesses and corporations that they give back to those around them. You know, you set up these businesses or corporations in these cities, and sometimes you can get all consumed by just what you're doing, and you forget that there's real problems outside of your door. And so it is important that you have someone in your company that can go, hey, how are we helping the community around us? How are we uplifting them? How are we helping these kids out? You know, and all kids, not just kids in high poverty areas, but all kids, because I think a lot of times you forget that even kids in middle class, and you know, kids in very wealthy families, like, they still deal with the same stuff. But an outlet for them, you know, as I mean, I think about it right now. One of my cousins, she's very involved in robotics, where her community is, and so they've got company sponsors that help sponsor all of the kids in one of this high poverty areas in the States. And these kids are now going to national.
A mother. As a mother, I think I've mentioned this before. Like, if the vision is to raise every child in our 100-kilometer radius. So that's knowing every single child, whether boy or girl, and knowing exactly what they're going through and what they need, and taking care of them. So as a mother, that's every girl safe for me. When we reach that point where we know exactly what's going on in every household, whether there is a parent there or a grandparent there, because the problem that many of our children are facing is not having parents in their homes. So many parents are single parents. Some children are living with only a mom, some are living with only a dad, some are living with grandparents, and they don't really some don't even really have a safe home. So for me, it would be firstly having a safe home, and secondly, being taken care of, having emotional support from different parents, even community parents that are just there for those who don't have either parents or grandparents or family members. And they grow up being taken care of, just like that child who has their parents there, that they feel safe and they feel wanted and they feel welcomed in the community, just like a child who has both their parents there. So I think for me, that would be every goal safe for me. If we could, as communities, as leaders, as people in general, just thrive to keep those ones who are unfortunately don't have a full home or or a full set of parents, that they feel they have parents even though they don't have, that they feel they have somebody who can listen to them, even sometimes if you can't help them with whatever that they need, but that them knowing that there is someone who can listen to me, or someone who can make a plan for me, or someone who can just make sure I'm taken care of, that they don't have to grow up before their time just because now there's nobody to take care of them. Because there are so many kids who have had to now stop being a child because now they have to be a mother to their siblings or to their cousins or whatever. So without jabbering on too much, yeah, that will be every girl safe for me. Every single child having somebody in their corner, in whether in their home or outside their home, in their community, who listens, who knows what they're going through, and who can take care of them and who can support them so that they can go back to dreaming again and being a child. Thank you, Senior Choice.
Oh no, thanks to you, Mavis. You're the one dropping the bars here. Appreciate you big time. That's extremely valuable and it's just so beautiful. And again, it's like the mother part is crucial because you understand the need for your kid, for any kid, to actually feel like there's someone looking after them. And now maybe Jess will understand where our war cry is coming from. So when we say every girl safe, that's what we want. We want to keep these little girls protected. We want to give them hope. We want to give them reasons to dream again. Alrighty, Warrior Cat, I'm picking up on you again because I know that you guys, ladies, have a compromise at the top of the hour. So oftentimes people doesn't really understand the monsters we're fighting, the evil we're fighting. We often shine a lot of light on the good things that we're doing, but sometimes people need a little bit more of awareness in terms of what is it that we're fighting. So before throwing in the question, I would like you to mention all of the evil that we actually fight. And then how can gaming help fight the evil or the gender-based violence and all of the other stuff that is going wrong with the world, especially in South Africa, which makes it really dangerous for just any little girl to be born there, to live there. So yeah, the first is break us down. What's the evil that we're fighting? What are we going up against? And then how can gaming help fight that?
Thanks, Sir Choice. Great questions. So yeah, a lot of the evil that we are up against, I suppose, around the world, and particularly here in South Africa, what we deal with is, things like like you mentioned, gender-based violence. We have a lot of drugs and alcohol abuse in this region. It's the poverty mindset, which is not just in the poor, that a lot of people mistakenly believe, but actually, the poverty mindset itself is in the rich as much as in the poor. It's that fear of not having enough for tomorrow. So what if I give it all away today and then I don't have enough for tomorrow? And so it's as much, in the wealthy as it is in those in poverty. And it's something that has to break over many, because if poverty is going to be broken, if we're going to eradicate poverty, it's where we have to kind of start thinking of the many instead of just thinking of ourselves. And so we have, also a lot of cultural issues here, a lot of fatherless homes. One of the reasons being they have something in South Africa called lobola, which is where you pay for your bride. Back in the day, it used to be a sign of, oh, I'm going to give you thanks. I'm showing gratitude to you for giving me my beautiful bride, and I'm going to give you a gift. And now it's turned into a real scam. Actually, it's turned into a really awful and evil, corrupt thing that most people have turned into their inheritance, really, or their kind of retirement scheme, where actually they need a certain amount of money before the man can wed the lady. And then because we're in a high poverty area and a high poverty country, the people are never going to be able to pay off their bride, and so you just have a lot of people living with fatherless homes, because the man will just go from one to another because he's not been accepted there as a father. He's not been able to pay, and so they just have children anyway. And then you have all these children at home who either have never met their dad or don't have a dad around. And like I've told you before, sometimes that single mother has to choose between two evils. Do I let my child stay at home without me and risk whatever may come when I'm not around, whether it be rape or abuse or any kind of kidnapping or trafficking, gender-based violence, anything like that? Or is it going to be that I stay at home as well, and then we all die of starvation because there's no money? And so the mothers, not only mothers, but grandmothers, aunties, fathers, whoever's looking after those children, have an awful decision to make. And so oftentimes you will find 8-year-old children, 5-year-old children looking after younger siblings by themselves. And the cultures here, there's a lot of cultural battles here that we face. So there's a lot of evil, and I'm sure I've only mentioned a handful of them, and there's probably many more that I'm not even thinking of. But the reason, and the way that gaming, I think the second part of your question, forgive me if I'm wrong, was something about how gaming can potentially make a difference in that, is if you just look at just this one game, Operation Safe Place, and if you look at what that can do just by many people playing that game, will bring the income to make a real change in this region for so many children, for so many lives, for so many families. You can see that people can, just by playing it, bring a huge amount of awareness to what we do and a huge amount of change to each of those children's lives, and give them hope. Because when their parents are able to have enough money to feed them and not have to worry to leave them, then the mother won't need to leave them, so they can stay at home and look after their children. Or we can have them on camps with us, where they are breaking that poverty mindset, where they are learning, where they are being free to be loved and to be children and to hope and to dream and to to imagine a life of fulfillment. And they don't need to fear where their next meal is going to come from, or whether they're going to be safe in their home that night on their own or the next day. So just in that one way, by people playing the game, and also just by the awareness of this. I mean, you said yourself, Serchoice, you didn't even know really much about NGOs. You big into gaming, and that is, that's your forte. That's, where you felt comfortable, and that's your life. And this has opened up a whole bunch of awareness for you as you've learnt about the NGO, and actually that people can be doing good and enjoying themselves at the same time, so they can actually be having a great time, knowing at the same time that they are making a world of difference to a group of people.
Oh, I love your answer, Warrior Cat. Appreciate you big time. And yeah, it's just so sad to listen to all of the evil that we're fighting, but I think it's reassuring. It's making us know that we're on the right track and that we're fighting the things that we truly need to be fighting. So for those that come just for the pure fun of gaming, they will be fighting the evil within the game. But what they don't know is that they are going to be supporting. So I call them, we're turning gamers into heroes without them even being aware of it. But I love it. Jess, you are a game dev. You are part of a gaming team. You are a founder in Web3. When I came to Web3, it was because of Axie Infinity, like in 2021, and it was more than the title. Was the dream of financially empowering those around me. I was a play to earn coach, so I had people coming from Southeast Asia and Latin America mostly, Philippines, Indonesia, and then over this side was Venezuela, Cuba, Ecuador, Argentina. People that was truly struggling, and that would grind the game to 5-6 hours, even just for small as $1 a day. When you're building your project, when you have been in this industry, me, myself, I always saw the potential of using blockchain technology for wealth distribution. And I think that gaming can nail it if it's done right. What are your thoughts in here? Do you see the potential of gaming economies powered by blockchain technology empowering people across the globe? Is this something that you can resonate with or dream of? Maybe after listening to our NGO ladies?
Yes, indeed. And that is such a wonderful question because um, when you live in a place like United States or Canada, when you game, it's mostly for leisure, passing the time. You're in high school, you're playing RuneScape, and you're playing with friends, but you're also meeting people on the internet, and you buy and sell stuff just to improve your game, right? Enhance your enjoyment. So, when I was in high school, I never thought about this in depth. But now I work in the industry and I know how the economy of this industry moves, and it's actually quite fascinating. And I would say it kind of definitely replicates, a global trade, except there's no physical goods that exchange hands. There's no pollution, right? It's just your time that creates value, and people are willing to compensate your time based on how valuable a good you found, right? So one really interesting thing is, so my ex co-founder actually went to a conference in Manila, I believe. This was 2 Novembers ago. And it was, and like you said, yes, Vietnam, the Southeast Asia have started to become a gaming hub, and more so, play to earn, not in the Web3 sense, but even before, in the RuneScape days, where you can play and farm gold and sell to people who want the gold, right? And this gradually evolved to many, many other big games, especially MMOs, MMORPGs, anything where a global audience would pay to buy specific items, right? And so this became an industry, and it's well known. Like, people would just play to farm gold and then sell the gold on the secondary market, because there are people who don't want to spend the time and want to spend the money. And so what was interesting was when he went to Manila, and there was a Web3 gaming uh, convention, and there were all these different games that were displaying. And usually, again, even in China, in the U.S., when you have a game fair, it's the local high schoolers that come, and a lot of them are dressed, and they're excited to find new games to buy and play test, right? But in Manila, there was school buses of students, and those were junior high students that would come and check out all the games. And but instead of a game fair, to them it was more like a career fair. Like, they would go and they would ask for information very politely and collect the the game's Twitter handle and everything and say, oh, yeah, this one looks good. I would probably just play this one, but in the sense that I would work here at this game. And then, you know, spend my time and earn valuable items and then sell them to the game's audience. So that was a really, I think that really just solidifies um, kind of what this economy means, how it can create jobs in ways we didn't think of, right? How this play to earn mechanism can create fairly high income, comfortable jobs that are safe, that are globally accessible. So I think that that is really interesting, and it was already there before Web3 or crypto interconnected the world economy, but I think it'll become a bigger part, and I think that is a net positive, right? In a lot of ways, that is innovation, that is new economic opportunities, that you don't, it's just, and it does, you can connect with people across the world, and it's not limited, right? You might think these jobs start out, oh, you're just grinding to earn gold. But a lot of these folks later become moderators for these gaming communities, right? So they're essentially up leveling their skills, they're getting promoted, and some even go further, they become in customer support. And I think that's just a wonderful loop for the world to connect together.
Love it, Jess. You were pretty much describing my journey through Web3. Started small and then was able to grow thanks to the support and the amazing people that I got to connect with. And I love it here. I mean, it's really like the power that we have with the technology in the back end is the power to change lives. And with that being said, happy to welcome Uncle Funk into our stage. Unks, I'm sure you got lots to say. Otherwise, you would not have requested. So I'm gonna pass you the mic.
Hello. Very nice to have Jess up here. Thank you, Senior Choice. Obviously, our awesome ladies are doing all the hard work on the ground. Obviously, not all of them are on stage, but it's nice to have Mavis and Kat and Wasabi, whose name is Christy, here on stage. We love you guys dearly and we appreciate you. And my wifey, Mrs. Funk, is usually up on stage and she's unable to make it. So she asked me to proxy. So I'm also streaming on other platforms, but I managed to figure out how to be there and be here. So hello to everybody on Arena Social. What up? Make sure you're tipping each other over there. And on YouTube and Facebook, we love you all dearly. There's for us, we've been in the NGO world our whole lives, literally. I've only done that since I was 16, so I'm 51 now. And any other job I've taken or any career I've taken has always been to pay for the NGO activities because, you got to love something and hate something to be able to be driven at a level of passion that will override, your desire to give up. And what we love is abundant life in people. We believe that, God has got this father heart. So if we want to be like him, then we've got to have a father heart. Both of us, men and women, all have to have this father heart. And dads are driven, so as a community, we're a dad, and dads are, well, healthy dads are driven to protect and provide, So I'm gonna, as fast as I can, outline what that looks like, but just start off with the raw basics of how games change lives. Is not actually in the game itself; it's in what the game produces in the community. The games have this unprecedented ability to produce clans, communities, events, and bring people together who will actually sit there together every single night. And that goes to before PC gaming. It starts off, when I was a kid in the 80s, we would go on holiday and everybody would gather around a game of Risk or Monopoly or cards or, it brings people around something that they enjoy in common. And when massively multiplayer online gaming came out, and generally anything that enabled clan building, we started realizing that you could bring 1,000 people together, excuse me, around one interest, and actually create a culture that rescues them from their real life culture, because that is the reality of suffering in the world. Is it's mostly cultural. Poverty has to be sustained. It's a business model. It's a political model. It requires a kind of thinking. Excuse me. So, if you're in a clan or a culture where everybody cares about each other, you're hanging out with people from, like, let's say, United States, and you're like, yo, these guys talk and act in a different way. They don't really, unless they're social constructs, people from the States don't usually paint themselves as victims all the time. You hang out with someone from a high poverty area, they're always a victim, you hang out with someone from Russia, they just refuse to be a victim. If you've played any games with Russians, those guys, it's challenging, but you learn. You hear me often say you don't have the monopoly on hardship. I heard that from a Russian. I was playing a game and I was whining about something that was happening in real life, and he was like, "Bro, you do not have the monopoly on hardship. Stop whining like a little," and it was such a wake up call for me. And I wouldn't have really heard that in my own culture, because my culture is very whiny. White South African people tend to be a little bit whiny. We're kind of embracing the victim thing, and it's not that people don't get victimized. It's not that uh, uh, African people have not been victimized, and people from India have not been victimized, and that white folks here in South Africa are not injusticed against with these BEE policies and stuff. It's not that the stuff doesn't exist, but you don't achieve anything by embracing the victimhood of it. You achieve things by overcoming with what's available. And gaming, unbelievably, has the power to help you overcome what you perceive as an injustice. Gaming has got this incredible ability to surround you with people who actually will carry you through dungeons and take you through difficult raids and squat up and actually expect you to be a more disciplined version of yourself, and won't tolerate you. They don't know you half the time. They haven't seen you, so they won't tolerate your laziness or your narcissism or your whining and complaining. Or they generally will say things to you that no one else would say in a million years. And there would be opportunities that you'd be exposed to that you wouldn't be exposed to in your country, because most of the bigger opportunities in life are about who you know. So that's number one. Number two is Web3 specifically, which is really exciting for us, is we can actually chart the path. And that was how we built our tokenomics model. We charted the path from someone, let's say in Somalia or Uganda. So we're in Africa here. So someone up north, little kid, all he's got is a phone, and he doesn't have money for anything. And somehow, that phone manages to run, which we're about to release now, which we call it the potato version of our game. And that thing can run a very basic version of the game, but it can still earn courage, which is our SocialFi and Quest token in game. There's a zero barrier to entry, and they can play and play and play and play, and suddenly they can afford to buy an actual NFT. Now they can sell that NFT for Citadel, which is the on-chain token, and they play and play and play and play. Another player buys that from them, on the player-to-player marketplace, and they play and play and play, and they grind and grind and grind and grind, and then there's another NFT, and then they get some tokens, they get that, and they just play and play, and all they're doing is playing with it at the same intensity that they played a normal game. The difference is they own everything that they earn. They can sell everything that is theirs to other players. They can start to figure out the economics of it. They can start owning land in the metaverse and rent it out. They can own shops in the metaverse and sell content to players, because the entire game is designed to give utility and worth to those NFTs. Where, I was chatting to excuse me, I had a very milky cappuccino. Now I'm like all flamboyant. Anyway, so I was chatting to a young guy, it's actually a Nigerian fellow in our church circles, and he said, before Web3, his only hustle option was he tried to sell some potatoes, I think it was. He tried to sell some fruit, on the side of the road. And then he tried to sell ties, like a tie that you wear with a suit, because it's very popular in churches. And then he tried this and he tried that. And he said, like, he would have to scrape together some money or go and get some ties on consignment. He would walk for half a day to go and get them. And then he would go and stand on the side of the road with a bunch of other dudes who were also trying to sell ties or the veggies. And he said, then Web3 came along. And he said now he just needs to get to a coffee shop with a bit of an internet. And then he puts in much less effort, more hours, because he's got more hours available. He doesn't have to walk across the planet, to get to a side of a road where there's 50 other guys and he's also getting mugged the whole time. He just gets to like a little internet cafe. It's loud in the background. There's loud fans everywhere. It's not the most fun, but he says he's now making friends that he never would have made. He's learning things about money that he never would have learned. And that was a conversation that I had just as I came into Web3. And that was a church friend. It wasn't really a Web3 friend. It was someone who's telling me about Web3. I had no idea about Web3, and it just triggered a whole lot of thoughts in me about the power of how we can literally change lives and fund our NGOs and gamify education, and just so much that we can do. So I know Mrs. Funk usually won't talk this long, which is why I try and stay off the stage on a Tuesday. but I that's generally like a very TLDR of the immense vision that we have and the utter faith that we have. Because I honestly believe that, like Ready Player One, Web3 gaming is the future of everything. Everything will be gamified. You'll be able to walk around in metaverses to go and buy a physical property. You'll be able to go to school in a metaverse. You'll be able to trade real world assets there. I honestly believe that what we are busy with here is not just platitudes and attempts. We're not just trying for once in my life. I'm not just trying to change a couple of lives. We have found something that can shake the very foundation of the world. For me, Web3, especially Web3 gaming, is the equivalency economically of what the Reformation was for the church. It's changing, and it is going to continue to change, and it's going to change everything. Web3 gaming is our weapon of mass emancipation.
Love it, Unks. Beautiful mic drop right there. And yeah, way to break down everything that we're doing, why we're doing it, and how we're planning to empower people. I think that you've covered all of the points. So Miss Funk would be proud of your participation in our space. I'm happy that you made it. It's always an honor listening to you and all of the passion that you speak with. Hope the cough gets better, and also the fear of horse flies. We need to do something to treat that as well. Alrighty, Jess, I'll give you some more mic time. I believe that you deserve it, especially after listening to all of the words from Onks. What message would you share maybe with like creators, gamers, or companies, or including your team? Uh, would you believe that our industry needs to rally towards more impactful use cases, towards stop being concerned about empowering the gamer and actually letting them get empowered, and understanding that like your co-founders out in the Philippines, this can become an opportunity for many because the world is really struggling for opportunities, and we really need to create more of them. So yeah, maybe some final thoughts. We are about to get to the top of the hour. Our ladies have a compromise, but yeah, I would like to listen to what you have to say in that regard.
Yeah, thanks for cueing me. I mean I do think gaming itself and Web3 gaming enabling people to own their digital items, right? So the whole premise of Web3 is read, write, and now you can own on the internet, own your digital items. They're yours. Nobody else can take it from you. They're like money in your bank, and you can buy and sell and trade, and it's a real job, right? So yeah, I do think the existence of Web3 gaming itself is empowering economically the gamers and anyone who wants to participate. And yeah, I do think it's great. I think it's going to flourish. Many forms of game design will happen. And yeah, just by existing, just by the fact that it expands the economy, creates more economic opportunities. You can find work. I think that in itself uh, is empowering. Is empowering, right? Having economic freedom. I think there's no place on earth where anyone would be like, no, that restricts freedom, and that's not empowerment. So yeah, I think it's great. I think it's great. I think Uncle gave some like really vivid examples, but they're real, right? They're real, and yeah, I do think a lot of the world's population can be uplifted from the sort of farming, physical labor economy um, into a digital one, right? It used, before the all the industrial revolutions, everybody was like 98% of the world was a farmer. I think there was a historical book in China, um, like one of the old governments from like 1,000 years ago actually had a rule that said if one person doesn't farm for a year, the village will go down, something like that. So like 98% of humans were farmers, only a small percent were bureaucrats and sort of business people, entrepreneurs. And you're trapped to your land, and it's hard work. It's not that mentally stimulating, right? So now we have technology, and we can free people. And now in these more these automated environments like Canada, I think only 2% of the population works in farming as an industry, all in all, right? And I think that's great. I think that's, we don't all grow up aspiring to grow corn or whatnot. I love gardening, but that's like very different from farming as a job. And I think farming is an extremely tough job, and I wouldn't wish anybody to uh, have that as a life career. If they have the option to, get a laptop and start going online and spending their time at a cafe, ordering a coffee, spending the money they've earned and just not having to deal with that, and then have someone else maybe sit in an automated tractor or even like have a plane to do their farming. Or even in the US, there's now automated farm bots that can kind of check in on your crop and kind of make sure they're okay, right? Sorry, I'm going very far into farming because I've been thinking a lot about farming lately. But yeah, I think like physical farming for anyone listening, not like farming airdrops and stuff. But yeah, I think it's great to transition the economy. I think it's a great, beautiful thing to facilitate the movement of people. It really lifts up the country's economy. Like the Philippines is a great example. They started with all of this online gaming economy, and then you can kind of see you see it in the immigration stats of Canada as well. Like you started during and around that time, a lot of Filipinos uh, just physically move borders as well, and I think that's a beautiful thing. And I do think the future is Africa, and we will see that in Africa, and people will start participating, and many of them will physically relocate to other countries, and that's great, and I would love to see that. But yeah, that's my long-winded take.
I love it, Jess. And you're talking about planting and farming, and your host is from Colombia, so you need to hop into the DMs and have further discussions about your projects. No, just kidding, right there. Alrighty, I will pass it to Mario Cat. I know you ladies have to leave. Let's try to keep it as short as possible so you'll get your good voice in. But I'd like to ask you as you leave, if one girl right now feels afraid or alone anywhere around the world, what message of hope would you give her, and what instructions would you tell her to follow?
Oh, there's so much I would want to say, but I think I will leave it as help is coming. So don't give up. Yes, I think that's what I would say. Thank you so much for having us. Senior Choice, it's always great. Such an honor to be here. Jess, great to meet you, or online meet you. I don't know what you call it. And so great to hear everybody else, and see you all tonight. And yes, blessings over you all.
Thank you so much, Mario Cat. I think that I will tell them, keep an eye on what we're doing. Get involved with our community. We're ready to embrace you and keep you safe. But yeah, I love it. I love having you here, ladies. Thank you so much for your support, your commitment, for showing up every week. Appreciate you so much. Christy, before you leave, what would that message be from your end? And a quick goodbye and maybe a call to actions if you want to put one in there as well.
Thanks for choice. And before I forget, Jess, it was so nice having you on stage with us tonight. Thank you for everything that you shared. We really do appreciate it. And thank you, Uncle Funk, for coming in and covering for your wife. It was awesome to have you on here with us as well. I think the same thing with Kat, like help is coming. There is a generation rising up that sees the need and they want to help. So don't let hopelessness take you out and overtake everything in your life. Don't let depression come in and overtake everything, but be hopeful. Learn to have joy and peace in everything that's going on. And help is coming. You've got people that they're ready to help and they want to help. And so call to action, get out there and serve. That's a big thing that we do here at the NGO. We serve people. So get out there in your local community and see how you can serve those surrounding you. And you'll be surprised at how many people do need help. So yeah, that's it. Your choice for having us on. We love it and we appreciate it, and we will see you next Tuesday.
Thank you so much, Christy. I appreciate the commitment too. Thank you for being here and making this space awesome. Mavis, last but not least, with your bright smile, I want you to say goodbye as you let us know what's the secret recipe for all of the commitment and the powerful force coming from you ladies. Like, what is it that you ladies eat that you can keep giving so much to every kid around? But we need to get the receipt for sure. But yeah, Mavis, appreciate you big time. Your closing remarks, any call to actions, and just thank you for being amazing and for being here.
Oh my. Thank you so much, Senior Choice. Thank you, everybody. Way to put me on the spot, and I am smiling by myself, yes. Thank you, everybody who's part of the panel, from the listeners to the speakers. Thank you, Uncle Funk. Thank you, Jess. It was nice to meet you online. I hope we will see you in person in Africa someday. Yeah. Call to action from me is, if it is to be, it is up to me. So if I need something to happen, I have to make it happen. And the recipe is community. That's the recipe that I could come up with. It's community. The people around you, they have your back, you have their back. We make it all happen. That's how we roll around here. So thank you so much. Pastor Kat, Pastor Christy, thank you everybody. Thank you everyone. See you next week.
Thank you so much, babies. Appreciate you big time. Much love to all of our amazing and wholesome community. You guys rock. If Grumple Funk is planning to get mad at me, let me tell you, Rafiki's got Italian blood, and he was connected with the mafia. So come at me, bro. It's indeed, we have a community that's going to look after each other, and we all want you to be part of it. So thanks for helping by, everyone. I hope that you all enjoyed the show, that you enjoyed this meaningful space, that your hearts feel softer and warmer afterwards. Remember to share it with your friends and family. We have listeners on different platforms. So to all of them, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for listening to all of the light that these ladies have to shine upon us every Tuesday. See you next Tuesday with another Plate to Change wholesome episode. Thanks for tuning in. Stay safe. Bye-bye.
Wait. Let me see if I can sneak this in before we run away. I was just thinking, what Mandy would say is like a goodbye message. That ridiculously wonderful woman of mine, and it's Web3 can be a very discouraging place. You can be low energy. You can take a lot of hits. Like we've been here for 3 years. Choice has been here for 300 years. You just take hit after hit after hit after hit after hit. It's a battlefield. There's a scripture that says, "Hope deferred makes the heart sick." When you think something is going to come through, but it doesn't. When it looks like the breakthrough is there, but then it's not. When you just get let down over and over. It's like hope getting deferred. You actually feel your heart getting sick and your energy just getting lower and lower. Mavis said it right. Kat said it right. Community isn't just a good idea. It's everything. The people you surround yourself with, the community that you're in, the friends that you make, the people who have your ear. Whoever has your ear has your heart. Whoever has your heart orders your steps. My encouragement to everybody that's listening on all the different platforms, and we'll make a fat noise and have some fun on Arena Social again. But this is my message, and this is a very Mandy kind of message. It's, whoever has your ear is more important than you think. You have to intentionally choose who has your ear, and that is really the power of these Web3 communities. Is go and find a community, really be community focused. Find a community where your ear is safe in their mouth. Now, I know some of you are thinking something was strange and kinky, but if the words that come out of their mouths are not safe in your ears, it's a bad investment. Find people who speak faith and purpose and drive into your heart, so that you feel like you're permanently on fire. You're now, I know Rafiki's going to come up with some funny comment on Arena Social about being permanently on fire. But your heart needs to be on fire with purpose to get you through all of the nightmares of building something in such a disruptive space. You need the right friends. You need the right mentors. Our belief system that we have is, we believe that you're always assigned to person, a place, and a people. You'll always have like this person that you follow, this people that you serve, and this place that you make better just by being there, you know? Like find those things. Don't just be a ghost wafting through this life at the mercy of circumstance. Intentionally choose your tribe, choose your people, you know, choose your place, choose your person. Like these are the people we follow. This is the dude or the lady that I follow. Like you're proud of that because you stand up when people want to know what you stand for. You've got a clear answer. And so we encourage you. I think I'm on this stream of consciousness, a little longer winded than Mandy would be, obviously. But I saw people were taking their own lives over the weekend. You know, with this big market dump, and I thought, like, there's so much pain attached to hope. You know, like there's so much pain, so we can't afford to put ourselves in systems and places and ecosystems and communities where there's no emotional support. Like, really choose intentionally. Find places that celebrate you and love you and want you. You know, like really, really celebrate you. They're excited to have you. They like when you walk into a room, they light up. You know, as a dad with daughters, it's the best thing on earth. You know, I walk into any room and they're like, yay! And I see them and I'm yay! And in this community, when I see people, when I go live and I see people jumping on stage with me, I'm yay! And they comment and I'm yay! And I respond to them and they're yay! You know, that thing is more important than you think it is. Find your person, your place, and your people, and hunt until you find it. Don't settle for narcissistic environments where people are talking to you like you're trash, using you, abusing you, blaming you, gaslighting you. You know, rather have nothing physical in your life and keep searching than to have, you know, you gain the world but lose your soul, lose your will, your desire to go on. Really hunt and find those communities and volunteer if you have to. But when you're in the right community, you will prosper as your soul prospers. Your soul is your will, your intellect, and emotion. Emotion is important. It's only narcissists that'll tell you that your emotions are not important. Emotions are real. They're not always true, but they're real. You're an emotional being. It's what separates you from everything else. So don't let people tell you that how you feel doesn't matter. It matters, man. It matters. It's literally who you are. Yes, you can mature your emotional intelligence. Yes, you can have better perspective. Yes, those things are true. But when someone is broken, there's another nugget that we learn. I'm preaching a bit now, but I think there's people listening to this who are really, really hurting. So, you know, stress causes cracks. Pressure only exposes them, but stress actually causes them. So when you are under so much stress that you're actually starting to break in places, you know, stress is when a limb or an item is bent in a way that it should not go. Stress is when it is forced to do something that it's not designed to do. See, pressure is just a test of its capability, and that you expose a crack, and then you can fix whatever that flaw or that weakness is. But when you are experiencing stress, you're actually starting to break, you're starting to fall apart. And the only thing that can fix it is the right people. Literally, the right people around you. It's the only thing, especially people who have been through what you've been through. People who can truly feel for you and stand with you, who can tell you, listen, you don't have the monopoly on hardship. You're not the only one to go through this. And you're not the first to go through this, but I promise you, you will not be the first to overcome this, and you won't be the last to overcome this. You don't have to give up. You don't have to consider suicide. You don't have to suffer like this. So find your person, your place, and your people. And when you find them, change to stay. People are going to tell you, no, you must hold on to your personal identity. I put my personal identity on the altar many times because I realized that that community was who I wanted to be. I wanted to be like those people. I wanted to think like those people, speak like those people. It's fine to change. It's good to change. Don't hold on to the things of yesterday, because it's insanity to hold on to the things that are breaking you just because you want to be loyal to a bunch of dead people. That's tradition, eh? Holding on to the culture of people who have no idea that you are. Find what fixes you and grows you and brings you joy, and then invest into it. Throw heart and soul into it. That's literally what I've done for a living for 30 years, built healthy communities. Whenever I go somewhere, the psychologists can't help people. The psychiatrists struggle. They just medicate people. You go into that region, but you set up a healthy community. You watch how that person changes, man. When they actually feel like they're not just a nothing, when they feel like they matter. You're not just matter. You actually matter. You're incredible. Whether you believe in being created or you believe that, you evolved, whatever produced you produced something incredible. You're unique and fantastic. And if the mirror tells you you're ugly, it's lying. Get a new one. Maybe it's the no one. Or I had a buddy who said that. He said, no, this is a fat mirror. I'm going to get a thin mirror. And that was what was on my heart. I don't know, maybe I'll talk more about it on the Arena Social stream now. I think there are some people that I feel they are just falling apart at the seams. They are just hurting. And why do I have such empathy? Is because I was in suicidal depression myself for 15 years of my life, holding on to cultures and belief systems that weren't mine. They weren't built for me. They were built for someone else. Those weren't my people. Those weren't my tribe. My tribe is all different colors. They speak different languages. My tribe are selfless. They're kind. They don't tell you to grow a thicker skin when they say terrible things to you. That's my tribe are the good people, the cheesy people, the wholesome people, the people who live for other people, the altruists and the philanthropists and the do-gooders, who are also very scary, because the peacemaker is always the person with the biggest stick. So that's it. That really was what was on my heart. We'll see where it goes on Arena Social. Probably going to devolve into some kind of ducky race or something. I don't know, but I was just feeling deep now. Love you, Senior Choice. Thank you, everybody, for stomaching my 15-minute sermon here.
Oh, we love you, Anx, and believe me, Amanda would be so proud of you at the moment. And I can't help it but to follow up with the most important question of the whole space. It's like I've been waiting.
My young Padawan, exceptional rug. Let's go! No. That was a fantastic rug, man. Uh-huh. Makes enemies. We are the smattered matter that matters in this material madness we are made to move around in. Very good. Yeah, baby. You're locked into the funk show. It is Tuesday night. Incredible Senior Choice. Doing a great job with our ladies as usual. What? Still streaming the streams? We are certainly crazy bunch. That's funny, bro. Ooh, yeah. I mean, number 2 with like 350 viewers, dude. Not bad. Now you know what'll be funny? If we start a stage, hey B, we start a stage and then we have 1, 2, and 3. Oh boy. Can you imagine the range? The rage. How many people do we need on stage to be? We only need like 70 people on stage. I'm gonna do it. You see, we have no shame. Hold on to your pantaloons. We're about to start up a stage as well. Check, yeah. But first, I want to share this in the. We are number 1 and 2, and we are now going to start a stage for spot 3 as well. Okay. Please hold on. How did you like my sermon, B? Was I preachy? Did you? That was funny. Me like, I don't know, man. Sometimes I get all soft and stuff. Enjoy 1, 2. Yeah. Enjoy. Check mic 1, 2. Enjoy 1, 2. Why enjoy 1?